What's up, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of the Tide Pod for the Black Ops 6 season. Today we have the whole team here. Trav, welcome to Vancouver, brother, man. Hope you had a good travel yesterday. Let's start. Travis, how do you like Vancouver?
It's actually pretty cool. It's my first time ever even being here. And my expectations, I didn't know what to expect going into it, but it's a really nice city and I'm loving it so far.
It's okay. I'm actually curious to get everyone's thoughts. So before Major 2, I met Trav before because he competed like when I was coaching early on, but I don't think any of you had met Trav before, right?
I met Trav before.
Did?
Briefly, yeah.
When was this? When was Trav? Remember me this guy?
10 years ago. Yeah.
You met me in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Really?
The fucking pro
Brian, I have no motion back then, right?
Actually, don't remember, right?
Yeah, so we did. Briefly.
Wait, the prom was the Raleigh event, right? Am I crazy? Yeah.
I don't know where it was. It might not have something that one.
Wait, we gapped each other up and stuff?
Nah, it wasn't like that. Sorry. I didn't think like that, right? It was like a high.
Good.
What was your thoughts when you first met the kid?
He's a simple guy, like he's nice, so it's easy to work with, something like that.
It's good job. What do you think about Jordan? Belgian waffle?
Shit.
I don't know. When I first met the team, I thought Jordan was super serious. But then once you get to know him, he's cool. He's funny. But my first impression, I thought he was super serious.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's because you look scary, bro.
That's fine then.
That's what it is.
What do you do?
Well, meeting in person is like meeting a friend, because I played with him in Vancouver all season. So I knew him for quite a while before we teamed. So see a face, the face of the person, Yeah, that's what it was.
Nice. What kind of, was it just the wagers, kind of ups and stuff, or?
Yeah, it was pros and shit.
Gotcha.
Never beat me, by the way. It's fine.
He was using EQ back then.
Oh,
And single tap.
to be fair, a lot of people were. Alright, let's, since we haven't had one of these in a while, we're going to go back all the way to Major 2. Let's talk about Major 2. Try to remember as much as we can.
I cannot remember.
What, the actual major or the
Yeah,
whole-
actual Major, just the window. Let's not talk about the online stage, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about
Yeah, we killed that shit on cable. And went to that.
I kind of forget. Was the first match against
Ravens.
Boston?
Carolina.
Oh, Ravens.
It's like Carolina, Boston, phase, Toronto phase.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like the Royal Ravens match was, I don't know, it was so important for our first impression on land as a team,
Yeah, 100%.
And that was a big one for us because we 3-0'd them, didn't we?
Yeah, that was actually really
That was a
clean.
clean series.
It was clean.
Yeah.
I think we were all super confident about our chances in that one. We matched up well against them.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were happy with that.
I think we know why it was 3-0. We just want to say it. We just want to say it.
It is what it is, man.
Why don't we say it?
It's a beast, that's what you mean.
We're some animals.
Beast, that's why.
The Boston series, the first match was kind of wonky.
Yeah, we definitely scammed the first map, that was bad.
One piece of word.
It took a lot of energy for me to not come on stage. And,
Yeah, we definitely scammed that one for sure. Or the first
Our
match.
bread and butter too.
Yeah.
But we did that to play the second hard point, so
Yeah, we just wanted, we needed a map 4 seconds spawn in. More ropes.
That
That was our only loss on the hard point as a team that we trolled, right?
Yeah.
With Trav up until then, for sure. So that was quite good that we bounced back from that, how we did.
we did. Yeah. I was proud of you guys for that. That was,
We kind of slammed them the rest of the series, it felt like.
there were close maps.
I think the second match was a little close, but
I felt like we were going to win the map the whole time, is what I mean.
Yeah.
I felt like we were down.
Even the first match felt that way then.
Yeah, true.
We were in control of that. Even though the games were close, we felt obviously in control of that series.
Whenever I was saying in P4, I thought the game was over. And then somebody just ran into my door, bro.
I feel like the composure to get over that loss of a map, we did it really fast.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Yeah, again, Javon and P4, come Primo.
It's actually insane.
3 months now.
You need to look at just one door, bro. Right,
I just want to let you know my team was out cutting and he ain't cut nothing.
How'd you side up?
What do you guys think about the crowd? The vibe, obviously, I think that's the biggest major that any of you have competed in before.
Yeah, that was
The size of it.
I mean,
Well, obviously
Champs last year as well. I mean, it's basically the same.
Yeah.
We wasn't there anyway.
Well,
But
that venue's fire though.
Yeah.
It's like, the crowd is like, well, it wasn't as much as Champs, but like, it was still, it's like a center stage, you're looking at each other.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a way better like layout.
It's actually good. That was the fire event.
I think for me that was like the first time I've ever competed at an event, and the setup was like that, where you're sitting across from each other. And I feel like that should be the normal.
It should 100% be the norm.
I think like because Optic wasn't in the event, so I think most of the fans end up cheering for us because like the underdog story, I guess. So
Yeah, I
I
think
guess that was
everyone-
kind of fire.
I don't think everyone expected us to come to that event and like do as well as we did, to be honest.
We did.
Well, we did, but like,
We
did.
knew.
Like
We're
everyone
gonna
else.
make it up like the first Sunday. Doesn't say.
Sunday would be Sunday then, yeah. Sunday we played FaZe first match.
Trolled it so bad, bro.
Close series.
Both winners finals, man.
Let's talk about the first one first. Let's take it easy.
Yeah. Sorry. Just kidding. I get worked up.
Played extremely well on hard points.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, no, they were like very clean maps from a just outside perspective, and I think we definitely put the fight that we needed to put. Do everything we needed to do to beat them. Just couldn't really kind of close it out. Yeah.
Yeah, the S&Ds were like very good S&D team. So the first one, the red card map 2, we kind of just gave them too much respect early on, and we got like a 4-0 lead off it, and then we ended up losing that 6-4. So like if we didn't play like bitches, that's 4 rounds, we would have been fine. Yeah. And then the last map was just kind of one of those where it's like game 5, winners final. Everyone's tweaking on the map a little bit, like them and us. It was like 10 mistakes that map, so it's whoever was going to ice up, and they did. So it's a learning experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say that for us, I felt like it was mostly like a learning experience because like playing Search and Destroy, like leading up to that, even for me, like coming from challengers, playing like I didn't even play at a single event yet. Then we get to the major, and the S&Ds leading up to that winners finals, like the second map and last map felt way different. Like if in terms of pace, like those maps felt like there's like so much on the line for like both teams. You could tell from pace as well. Like they were making sure like they were taking their time, like they were not trying to scam.
Yeah.
And it was just a learning experience for me. Yeah.
What do you think? You were a little frustrated after that one, but talk about this.
It was just unfortunate, bro. Like, it was a lot of mistakes. Just the last lap and like overall. Yeah, I think I said like in the comment, bro, it was 3-2, and like we really should be up 5-0.
Yeah.
And I ended up losing like round 11. Like, versus a team that we think we should have beat a long time ago.
Especially on that map.
Yeah, that was like our basically our bread and butter.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I was kind of frustrated, but we ended up bouncing back versus Toronto.
Toronto.
We did use them. We used them to bounce back.
And it was like a crazy bunch of days, bro. So.
We love those
Both
guys.
times, bro.
We love those guys in the fight. We love those guys. Let's talk a little about the trash talking going on in that match too. Trash. What was going to with that?
Honestly,
It's on my Gazar.
Across the board. Let's go across the board. Start with Jordan. What was your favorite trash talking moment at that event? It could be from anyone on the team. It could be that if you want to talk about that. But it could be
I like my 1v2 against Beans.
That was good. I was gonna say
No, just because there is some story behind that too. Like, I mean, he beat us like online like 2 weeks before that or something, and he talked about the server or something. So that was funny. So I needed to make sure he knows, like, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, that was, I cannot remember.
Jordan said beans.
No, that's you, bro. So yeah, that was my favorite for sure.
When the whole team basically just screamed at Boston on beat. I think it was like me, Trav, and Jordan got up to we beat Boston. That was good. Everyone was like super hyped. That was like a big win for us for top 3 and stuff.
Fair.
That's
Trash.
definitely mine.
Beans moment.
Beans
What did you
moment.
say again? I'm kind of trying to recreate it. What did you say? You like pointed and said.
Why are you smiling before the match?
Because like, well, first of all, I'm not a good trash talker.
the one thing about trash talking, it gets better with time. The more you get into it,
For sure. It was
you gotta get
more
experience. Yeah, you step your toes into the water, you know?
But it was because like before, like like before we walk out, we're sitting in front of them, right? Like their team. And like they were just like smiling, like Joe Deceives and Beans, just cracking jokes and stuff.
It's just so everyone understands that it's kind of awkward. Like so you walk out next to each other, or not next to each other, but you walk out toward the middle of their stage up. But in the back, both teams are like, it's a very short entrance, and both teams are just standing there looking at each other for like 3 or 4 minutes before the team walks out. So what he's explaining is like that moment.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not that serious, but I just
the first that came to your mind?
Yeah. Like once we started taking beat them on the map, so I was like, this shit is not funny now.
Next time, don't put your hand on your heart like
I started feeling
It's from the soul. It's from the soul.
That one definitely was like the funniest.
No.
I kept trying to fist bump him, he just go, like 10 minutes, but I felt like 10 minutes.
That was definitely the funniest one. So.
That was good.
That was
Yeah. Because before the event, I asked him, like when he first joined, was your trash talker? Like, nah, I'm chill. And I went over, bro. He just getting turned, bro.
But I swear it's like in the moment when there is like some story, like for example, like in scrims or something, like people don't know like what's happened behind the
People
scene.
don't know, like what people say in the scrims.
Yeah, bro. If I'm talking shit to someone, it's because there is something behind, you know.
More often than not, it's a backstory.
Yes, exactly.
All the
Yeah.
things that happen
Yeah.
being said, so.
Yeah.
For sure. So we go on to beat Toronto pretty convincingly. Now it's the finals. First finals for everyone except this guy, because you had UC last year.
Yep.
So everyone else, first final experience. How did you feel going to the match? I think that's kind of something.
Don't.
Yeah, I mean, built up first final here on Sunday because, I mean, to be fair, last year we didn't make it to the Sunday until AWC. So like,
That's why though.
I was sitting there watching like every Sunday and like how the crowd is like so much louder. So like, especially being in the big game where it's like, it was just so much adrenaline.
Did you feel like you controlled your emotions good? How did you feel about like any learning experiences, things that you?
You should have.
Like, be honest, it's like, oh, this is nothing
Nah.
crazy, right? Like,
I think after we lost the phase first one, I was up. My emotions definitely got better in me. So I didn't play great in Toronto, but it's a team game, so the team helped me do that. And then we're in finals, and I'm like, bro, like a football chair or something, you know what I mean? But and then the outcome happened, and got twins, bro.
There is nothing to say, bro. Like, come on.
the format series is kind of annoying in a way, but we definitely learned a lot from that thing.
No,
How about you,
for
Chad?
sure.
I feel like I definitely learned a lot.
First final is going to be how did it feel? Emotions?
I mean, it felt amazing because, like, for me, going into the team, and I think we all can agree, like, we were expecting to do good, but, like, not have, like, that fast of success, you know? Like, normally just any other team I've ever seen or been on, it takes, like, time, you know? And for us, everything clicked right away. So I think it was a really good thing, but also we still had a lot to learn as a team. You know, like the way we lost the winter finals, like how should we handle it? You know what I mean? And I think we handled it really good. We won the losers finals really convincingly. The grand finals, I think we just needed to get a map win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we won the first map, get the ball rolling, I think it would have been a lot more of a grittier series. You know, yeah. I think for me at least, and I think we all can agree as well, that like we were ready for that finals.
Yeah.
You know, like we knew like how we matched up against FaZe. I don't think it had anything to do with confidence or nerves. You know what I'm saying? I think we just needed to get a map.
Yeah.
They play good, we didn't play good too, and yeah, simple as that.
Yeah, I think going into that series, we had energy going up there, but once the map started, it was like, the longer the series went on, the less like, the more drained we felt. I could feel it, like myself and like everyone else.
Yeah.
We didn't eat or anything for most of like the last like 4 hours, and like being on stage takes a lot out of you, even when you don't realize it because of all the adrenaline and stuff. But specifically that final two, we had like a Skyline S&D map too, And normally, like, if you lose the first half point, that's a good map to, like, get one, like Trav said, like, get you back in the series. And then, like, I don't know, guess that map just wasn't good for us. We just got ran through. And damn, that did not help that whole final.
Thank God they got out though.
Momentum.
Let's go now, though. Shout Trav.
It was meant to be like a momentum shift for us.
Yeah,
but it just-
exactly. It was meant to, like, level the
like,
series out, get us back in it, a little 5-minute break, but we just
Yeah.
got walked through.
Just reversed.
In, like, I'm not even joking, like, 6 minutes. It was bad. So,
I mean, yeah, this map was insane.
They had all the momentum off that.
Bro, Sonny was in the vent with the sub. I was like, it's shocked. I was like, dude, they're doing some
He
crazy
was
shit.
doing whatever he wanted on that match.
They just didn't fly at that point.
Yeah, she
bro.
was. He was in flow. But yeah, then we got slammed.
Yeah, but still, I think it was a good stepping stone for us
Uh-huh.
to push forward and
Not
obviously
bad.
have more success after that. It's kind of like what the one that thing with, like resonates with me because the minor we played against Steve was kind of like that. Like we started off to a pretty good start. We had some kind of mistakes later on, but like the series went all the way to the last map because of the fact that we kind of were able to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but-
minor two one, for me, it was simply just like our map pool, like expanding it. Like even for me personally, like I wasn't that good at house of control when I'm pretty sure y'all were before y'all picked me up. And I think if we simply like if I was good at that map, like we would have won that and we would have won 4-2.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
We were up 3-2. Yeah.
But we just got body bagged on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a good control team, to be fair.
Yeah. Of course. We're the best in control team.
I kind of want to talk about it too. For me as a coach, I mean, the Sunday I was obviously for whatever reason, the EWC event didn't feel as, I guess, the same as the CDL events. I don't know what
It's different. Like, I don't know.
It's a different vibe. It could be because of the crowd too. Like obviously there's a crowd there, but it's not like as.
Yeah, I mean, there is basically no crowd, and like, it was not even on land, bro. Like, we were playing on fucking 10 ping, bro. So.
But it had been a while before that. I had been in a position like that with a team with you guys, and I think I don't know that one felt so much more cooler to me because it was again the fact that we had a team change. We were like basically like kind of what John said earlier. We're treated as underdogs. Like the expectation from generally was that. Like, we obviously have potential, but us reaching that potential as fast as we did, to me, was made that Sunday so much more exciting.
Yeah, we get top 12, like, first major, and so getting top
We
2
knew
after
we were
was
better
good.
than that, but
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
still facts. Like,
Yes.
you can't talk against that. But yeah, let's move on. All right, new maps between, was it?
It was dealership, right?
It was dealership and rewind for search.
Yeah, but
And-
I wasn't like not there.
Right. I mean, still kind of, I guess, yeah. Changed the map. Like, it
Yeah.
took Vault and Skyline out for us.
Yeah, it worked out for us.
Which,
I mean, to be honest, like, even if we were not good at those two maps, they were like the worst S&D map ever.
Yeah, they weren't S&Ds.
Like, it's not even fucking
It's
S&D
good for
maps.
the viewing experience. Vault was just running the pawn plant.
It makes no sense.
And Skyline wasn't S&D, it was just...
After 10 seconds, bro, it
Yeah, blind counters, a 1v1 in 10
Yeah.
seconds, blind counters.
makes no sense.
I don't feel like the new maps. Like they just bring more. What's the word for it?
A fresh look.
Yeah, more fair, and I think it played way better than Watch Skyline. Rewind is like a more methodical type of thing.
Yeah, I feel like you can do more on rewind, like more
Yeah.
mid-round.
Yeah, and then dealership is I like dealership personally. So.
It's a small map too, but people
I don't feel
are.
that small.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't-
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
It looks small, but it doesn't feel small.
pretty wide.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's because, like, on like I say A side, there's like the room and the ramp, and like mid is like the paper room and the zig stairs. It's like,
Yeah.
and there's 2 doors at B. It wasn't not like one choke point. Yeah, I like that map a lot, and I mean we're actually good at it, so it works out.
No, I mean,
I
overall,
think
it's
it's good
good.
to switch the maps up in
Yeah.
the set, to be honest. I think we should do that more.
I feel like it was a good change. It was necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, we had last year, I think arguably last year was the best change ever.
Oh, yeah.
Mid-season change. in
Rio
probably
6 star, they
history.
still go.
Like,
That was literally like the best change ever. That was so the game was so different after that.
The beginning of the game, that's when I like went back to Halo. Bro. These maps are insane.
which one?
Right, he was playing with a sub on terminal invasion our point. He was like, hell no, I'm leaving
Karachi,
this.
that what's that money hill? The one with the little balcony. It's like a little balcony in the corner of the map.
Yeah, that was P4 or something.
Oh yeah.
It was insane at the start.
No, the worst one was terminal our point.
Oh my, that was awful.
I don't know how it was like even like,
full 60.
and it was full 60 on every hill, bro.
Well, yeah.
Like literally like every hill.
Not even the plane, bro. Oh.
Do you remember like the burger hill? Oh my god, with a knife. Waiting for people just running. So that was ridiculous.
People just lay down at the doorway and just say, come on in.
Ridiculous.
Not gonna lie, I saw like Shachi said it on the stream the other day. Where I feel like after every major, like they should add just something new.
Like a new map or something?
Yeah, like remove something like so we adapt and it's something new for like the viewers too.
I mean, it depends. Like if the map, like for example, last year, like every map was good, so that was fine.
Well,
Like-
after the change, right?
Yeah, after the change, yeah.
But I was already.
So we don't need to change something it's already good, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good to like be able to adapt like phase, but if they took out protocol and like now they gotta adapt to rewind.
Yeah.
I feel like if we keep the same Madison, bro, the same team is gonna be good at like the map. You know what I mean?
But that is the whole point of being a good team, though, to be good at all the maps. First.
Yeah.
Like
It
if,
is-
if you're bad at maps, then that's on you. Like, you know what I mean?
You can say something about, I don't want to say FaZe is targeted, but like theoretically, statistically, they're the team that got screwed the most by the changes.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it can be kind of weird in that end, but I kind of agree with the fact that maybe having like it's just hard because I mean we don't know what's coming out, we don't know what's
yeah,
going
for sure.
on. Like I don't know if there's a world where the devs
Like for example, like when they changed rewind outpoint for me, that didn't make any sense. Like
Took it out, yeah.
you take off a good map to literally,
I think they had it. I forgot.
That's awesome.
yeah. I mean that was a good. I see it's a good
It was
map.
good, but it was the wrong map to take out.
Yes.
And I also think because it happened mid-stage, didn't it? Because it was like through the holidays.
I cannot remember.
Pretty sure. Let's do this exercise. And all four of you are the top dog who makes the decisions.
Right.
What are you going for? We'll go around the table. Jordan will start. What would you say is the best way to make decisions and what's removed? Like who makes the decisions? Is it the players making decisions? Because the players always have bias, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if a team's really good at the map, they don't want to see the map go out. Like what I think the barrier that was used it was basically like what was the least picked or played map.
Yeah.
That's why rewind was taken out. Obviously, I don't think that was the right way to go about it. But
Yeah, that's definitely not the right way, but I don't know.
You're big boss. How do you make decisions?
I don't know, it's weird because every team gonna choose like a map like who like the other about that, so it's gonna get weird, but I actually don't know.
It's a difficult one. Because everyone's always gonna like try and benefit themselves.
Yeah.
It's natural. That's just natural.
And that's normal. Like it's just like I don't know. It's actually a hard question.
What if there was a committee of old pros? Imagine you have all the fling guys, the watch party guys, the optics, and whatever.
I have no clue what are they talking about most of the time. So
I think it's just tricky. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they don't play the game.
yeah, so they have no
They
clue.
rate, but like,
Yeah, but they used to play the game all but they don't anymore. So it's not like you can look at a map like the new map Haven. Looking at the mini map, it looks good. And you run around on it and it's cluttered to fuck and it feels like dog shit to run around on it.
Yeah.
So
Maybe like the player, but like I mean not the player, but maybe the coach. Like again, like they're gonna they're gonna choose like a map. Yeah, that's why like.
That's things. Yeah.
I feel like it should be like a combination of like players and maybe like the league. Like honestly, because if it's only the players, then like, what if let's say we use Hardpoint for example. Like, what if we're just like the best team at the map and every other team is mid at it? Then if it's like a committee of just players, the majority is gonna vote it out, you know?
yeah.
And they're gonna try to do that like strategically, like to make other teams worse, you know? And I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
It happened last year with Subbase and Invasion. Invasion Hardpoint and Subbase Hardpoint. There was a vote between which one to go out.
And who voted
All
this?
the top teams were really good at Subbase at the time. And all the bottom teams were not that good at Subbase, but they were better at Invasion. So the vote literally went like, they were trying to keep Subbase in, because they were literally 70 points out of everyone else. And it ended up like being like a close vote, but like Subbase just stayed in. And then but it's just an example of teams that are good at one map are always gonna try and keep the good map they're good at, because it's so like reliable. You know what I mean? So like if FaZe could ban, like if FaZe had a vote in what just happened now, they wouldn't agree with Pro going out. Like they're like 10-2 on it. Like, you're not gonna,
But at the same time, it's not hard to understand that that is actually a branded map. Like,
Or Procom?
yeah.
I think to me, I think there should be, I don't know if it's a committee of a few guys in the league, but the players shouldn't vote on which map. They should express the pros and cons of each map.
Yeah.
And someone should make the decision based on the player's experience. So like almost like break down the map by hill. Like,
Yeah.
why is this so good or bad?
Yeah. Or you just do a larger vote, like you include players, coaches, and then you include like ex-CDL town, like you said, like people on the watch party and stuff, and then it's like there's like a larger amount of people voting, so maybe it'll be more accurate, like less bias with more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even using GAs as an example, I feel like it's like the jackal. Like obviously the ARs are going to want to. No offense.
No, yeah, it's
but
true.
Let's battle here, right?
regardless.
I'm ready to fight, guys. So let's go now.
Regardless if y'all are right or not, obviously the ARs are going to want to GAs and get on the jackal. You know, it's going to make the ARs play better. Like, you know, it's just so much bias to it. It's sometimes hard to like filter out like what's actually going to work, or you know what I'm saying.
Is it fair that this is the year that there's been the most separation between the AR thing and this? That was
No,
got
it's been worse.
Really?
It's been worse.
Which game?
Vanguard was really bad at one point at the start because the sub had bloom. Remember that?
Yeah.
The sub had bloom, by the way. I'm shooting 5 meters in front of a guy to get bullet rate. That was so bad.
You were a sub player.
Yeah.
See, you understand. You understand, Bar. You understand.
I was a sub player for like 4 years before I switched.
So going by that, he should be the one with the most knowledge of deal of the tournament, no? Like,
Yeah, and I say it. Jackal, it's a gun.
And I was a sub last year too. So
Oh yeah.
on terminal R points, you know, invasion too.
Maybe y'all are a little bit more credible than I thought.
If we get bloom back, I'm not playing.
Devon, thoughts?
I was playing Battlefield, bro.
With the sub and air. We're like,
Von's always flanking, so it doesn't matter what they do.
He's shooting people on the back, so it doesn't matter for him. Like.
I think. Well, first of all, the AR is insane.
Bro, there we go. There you go. There you go.
They just don't understand how insane it is.
Statistically,
That's what it is.
the sub kills faster at every range.
You can say it's Vancouver, you can say what is what. On lane, there's times an AR kills me up close, and I shoot first. There's times that happens.
Like selling.
Be better, brother.
Don't piss
Yeah,
me
we say on
off.
this podcast, because you're
Don't
exposing
piss
yourself,
don't piss
baby.
me off. Don't piss me off.
No, the sub is actually too good. I mean, now not on the
It
new
has been
patch.
nerfed though on the new patch.
Yes, on the new patch now. I just can't believe I just can't believe we play a major with fucking long barrel and a muzzle
No,
on.
that was insane.
That was the best gun in the history.
These are sub players just running rampant on the map.
I'm getting 4 bullets across the map, bro.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
It
That
was
was dumb.
To be honest, even for like subs, I feel like I think every single sub was doing good in the league,
They were.
and I think like, you know, even as a sub player, I wanted to be more skillful, you know, and every sub doing good, like obviously doesn't make sense. Like that means the gun is definitely overpowered a little bit.
No, that was actually impossible to play the game. Like
Actually,
literally.
it was actually insane. I'd have everyone squaring up, cross map pro. I'm in the window in a power spot. Boom, sub player just squares up straight to me.
Then you get shit on.
Yeah.
What you just said. You get shit on.
No, with long barrel and muzzle, you guys got zero recoil.
The way you guys like explained it,
4
It's
bullets
like-
across the map.
bro, every gunfight is like the vault versus vault, the street, a sub is shouting at every
Yes,
time.
they were chatting it.
Yeah, with long barrel and muzzle, yes.
You were chatting it. The subs were.
And I'm doing something wrong, but there's no.
I'm seeing Trav every day going top hard chanting fucking beach feed, bro. Like, so trust me, I'm.
That's about.
But he's killing people vault though. He's not killing people in
I'm
the
not.
street.
Now the thing is,
Seen him
in challengers, I was like here and there, like getting some insane kills, but I think y'all gassed it a little bit. Like
With long barrel and muzzle? No way.
what?
No. Like with the
Okay.
sub with long barrel and muzzle,
Insane.
that was the best gun in the history, bro.
Y'all make it sound like y'all had no chance in any type of gunfight.
sounds
No, no,
I'm
no.
just saying.
You guys
Long
don't.
range, bro, you guys have the chance, bro.
Yeah, like
at the
most-
start of the game, bro, there was 4 ARs until people got good with it.
That happens to every COD though, because the subs.
Yeah, it's just like you guys don't know how to play with a sub, so you guys put up an AR and just wait.
That's normal.
That's true.
At the start,
That
every
is-
COD
that is
happens.
normal.
There's more ARs on the map, and then the subs figure out how to play them. There's more subs.
The last few years more specifically, I feel
Yeah.
like. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. 6 months too.
Always happens.
No, I feel like
They are.
I feel like even a
Now I would say like it's 60-40 with a sub.
60-40.
Yeah.
What do you say with long barrel? 90-10?
Long barrel, like
80-20.
yeah, 80-20 actually.
85-15.
No, actually that was actually really bad.
For me, okay, in terms of like stepping outside of competing, and let's say you're watching it, I felt like the meta was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like the meta was fun.
Getting long shot by sub 4 bullet across the map, yeah, it's fun.
To me, okay, bro.
Maybe
It's
you
fun.
see some players run around and just do mad stuff on the map. Yeah, sure, to watch, but like
I mean, it's definitely more fun to watch than AR, you know? Like,
Yeah,
to play,
To be fair, like,
to play it wasn't fun. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
To compete it wasn't fun either.
I got 4 bullet by people across the map online by sub major one.
We're still playing with that. We're still playing with that. I'll be bold.
If I'm losing this fight today, yeah, I got shit on. But
Yeah.
a sub shouldn't fucking kill me across the map with 4 bullet, bro. That was fucking ridiculous.
Right.
Now it's better.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking
Well,
insane.
we're gonna see what the changes come.
Yeah. And now they're gonna add the fucking muzzle, a barrel.
I'm down.
Oh, I have too much recoil on my sub. I cannot launch on people with my sub. There we go.
Pretty sure it's gonna be the muzzle out.
I feel like the middle ground. The last thing I will say about it, for me, I played on the new patch, and the recoil is just too insane, bro.
No, yeah, it's gonna be muzzle.
Like-
you need a muzzle.
I don't care about like the damage range, like killing in 4 bullets or whatever is insane, like at any range. All I care about is like, can I control the recoil? Like, is it consistent enough where if let's say I'm on point, like I can actually like beam someone across the map? Like, I just don't like the randomness of the recoil sometimes.
I'm not gonna say anything. Let's move
That's
on.
all I'm
Let's
saying,
move
bro.
on.
Because we're gonna beat each other, bro.
Major three. Played FaZe first match.
Insane, by the way.
Well, I want to say, like, at least the qualifier, like, we was working a lot on our map pool, so.
We got quite good at search.
Yeah, so that was good too. But just improving our map pool so we could have the advantage on phase or thieves, which was a big thing for us going into Major 3.
The five match on the qualifier were crazy bracket.
There should not be a five.
Yeah, that was insane.
They should keep it 7 the whole year.
5 or 9 match make fucking bracket ridiculous.
We were going 4-1 playing phase, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. Bro, this one is gonna be insane. This one coming
Yeah,
up.
it
We'll
goes-
get there. We'll get there.
Hey, my bad. But I mean, I think the first we played it was pretty clinical after the first match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out shooting first match. I couldn't buy one.
I mean, we were not ready. Like it was,
Yeah, they were on job.
and we were not. So
No, but being able to bounce back from that is pretty good.
Get the team with that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, especially kind of like, I mean, we didn't really talk about these things, and I don't know if you guys felt it or not, but like they were struggling at hard point at that stage.
Mhm.
So it's like that's kind of the mode where when you play a good team like that,
Yeah.
that's experience, you want to take them down on their stuff that they're not.
I mean, they beat us in our point, and we beat them like in control, SND.
Because we improved on that map, on the Hacienda control.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, they
We
should.
never play it the whole time we had Trav. And when we did, we just lost it. So they knew, well, we knew if we leave it in, they're going to obviously pick it. It's a smart thing to do. And then that's what happened, and we iced it out. I think that made all the difference. I feel like they were happy they got Hassi, like they were thinking, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
for sure.
bread and butter, like, we're going to win that map. So they probably were like so happy after beating us in the hard point.
I feel like it was super important. Like, I don't know, even just the takeaway from like that series, like, I don't know. Like you just said it yourself that like the first hard point, like going into it, that's what I was probably thinking. Like, okay, like we're gonna win the hard points. We just need to like win the, take a control or an S&D or something. We'll be good. But then we lose the first hard point pretty convincingly, and I feel like just staying like locked in, like focused, like not letting that check you. Because right now, like think about it, that kind of checks me out, like how bad we lost it, like how
Right
bad
at the map
I played.
too, like simple, like fucking 15-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The fact they lost that is insane.
What that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, even this,
Bro.
second map, like
I know he was tight, bro. There's no reason you're not tight.
Big time,
Bro, you're 15-0, you lose. Oh my.
they probably had the best vibes too. Like they were like, we're
Bro,
shitting on them.
Bro, I'm running down mid, bro. It working. It working every time.
So,
That's actually what they did.
I'm clowning everybody. I'm going that, bro. That's insane.
yeah, being able to bounce back from that is kind of like tippy.
Nah,
No, this. That's
Some
what's
of the
scary.
experiences we got beforehand definitely helped towards that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
I feel like you're not able to win if you can't do stuff like that. So like the fact that we can do that like shows that
Like regain after like a map you should win or something.
Yeah, or like when they have all the momentum and you've got nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still like pull it back.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time a team won an event without having any kind of like
Like
stuff,
adversity
like,
in the series,
adversity,
yeah.
stuff to climb on. Like
Like optic, right?
It happens to everyone. Like no matter what, there's something that. I mean, even through a season, obviously, but like
I mean,
just
even
for
like the last of like major three, like Thieves, they only lost maps in the winners final to us, but like they were down 2-0 and then losing the fourth map. Like that's their adversity. They came through, you know what I mean? And that's why they won the event. Like it happens to everyone.
We're gonna go there.
we played Boston second. Anything else to say about Facebook before we move on?
No.
The map 4 was insane. Everyone was getting hyped. That was good. It was fun.
Best comms, I swear.
Wait, what was the map
It just
for?
sucks that the listeners
That's the last one.
That's the
When
one
I was
where
going,
you picked up the subject.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay.
We were just screaming, "Death!"
The God gun.
Yeah, B-roll the
We got
kill
gun.
spree here.
Bro, you're literally just flanking everybody.
I was in your shoes for 2 minutes. 10 kill streak.
Yeah, but you're saying gaga, bro.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, just
fair
one thing about the Facebook, I swear, like all I could hear for the last like minute and a half of that game is people yelling dead.
yeah.
Like that was it.
That's how you know some good shit going on, bro.
That was a good feeling.
Not
And
gonna
our-
kill me, I'm just gonna scream, yeah.
We all knew how important that series was, obviously. Like first
Yeah, of
match
course.
playing the team that just beat us in the finals last night. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
You know,
you
yeah.
expected to play them later on in the bracket, so like getting past them in winners round 1 is like it's good,
We don't want to go in the loser bracket no matter what. So.
especially in losers round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely brutal.
Especially with this bracket, like holy fuck, that was insane.
Yeah.
Boston round 2, the rematch for them because we played them same thing last
Apart from
night.
the controls, light work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, everyone who played us, the control was light work for them. So.
You kind of have to tip Boston though because they were probably one of the worst control teams in
They
Major 2.
yeah,
and then
they-
Major 3 did. I don't think they lost one.
They won.
No,
They definitely won 7 in a row. I don't know if they lost their last match.
Which is
Seven or 8 in a row.
and that's what we're about to do now. You know, we just had our stretch.
I'd like to for them to go from like being bad at the moment to like undefeated almost.
Yeah. I feel like it's really hard to just be like the best team at all 3 game modes. You know, like I don't know what
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like it's just impossible. Like
It's hard, but
I can tell you this.
well,
I mean, the pacing and the mentalities you have in each mode. So you
So different, right?
You practice something so much. Like for example, like you even go deep down to a mode. Where, like we put a lot of effort in the Skyline Hardpoint. Like obviously,
It's
like, that's not,
fast.
and it's a fast-paced map. And our Aussies started struggling a little bit afterwards, which is probably one of the slower-paced maps.
Yeah.
And you have to make like the decision making and what you go through as a player is way different. And the same thing with boats. Like searches, like if you play search at the same pace as you're gonna play Skyline Hardpoint, sometimes it's gonna screw you because other teams can kind of.
And for me, like the biggest problem is like playing scrims like SND and control. It's so different
Yep.
than when you are in matches.
People don't.
People in scrims are literally like trolling every control maps and every SND, and it's like you cannot even just like try to get better. Like they're just running around and like.
Yeah.
it's almost like I feel like you gotta.
There is some teams when you know you're gonna have a good practice, but you know it's gonna be fucking GG like before
Also, like,
you start the
as long as
scrims.
you have that good practice, like people aren't going to value their lives as much as they do in practice.
Yeah.
So they're not doing all this shoulder like extra shit. They're just not.
Yeah.
Like they say they're going hard, we say, I believe they're trying, but they're not. It's not the same.
That's when for me like it's hard like to just like to understand why they're doing that first of all and like try to get better like you
In
know.
an S&D, they're just going to try and do new stuff to like try and increase their bagging and stuff. So
I think it's just staying disciplined and like no matter what in scrims. I think even for me, like there's probably some controls where like we were on a good run and I just in scrims.
So run around.
Yeah, just started running around doing my thing because I'm like, okay, we're chilling. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm feeling good at this map. Like, but then come tourney time, they're gonna be valuing their lives way harder, throwing shoulders. You know, they're not gonna give you the same kills they're gonna, you know, you're gonna get in the scrim. And I think you gotta try your best to just stay focused on like what matters. You know, like winning the scrim itself doesn't matter.
It's just the instincts you build in the screens. In the retro game.
Yeah, but it's hard to get better at those 2 modes when like people are not even trying. You
Yeah,
know?
it is hard
Yeah.
for sure.
We go on to another. What was it? I mean, we're Sunday now, yeah.
Yeah, no, everyone was fine.
Yeah. Winners
Right,
finals
right.
against the LAPs. Boy, would that looked good for 45 minutes.
We finally got some map wins
Yes,
on
it
them.
did.
It was going great.
It's looking good.
That was.
I mean, our problem was we were fucking terrible at control. We are 2-0, we have the momentum, we're literally like shitting on them. They're not even winning a single fight. We lose the control 3-0, we are getting shit on.
Yeah, momentum switches.
Yeah.
The second half point, we did some mistakes. We actually trolled
Some, yeah.
we actually trolled the second hard point.
You just can't make big, like the mistakes we made on the protocol hard point, you can't make against teams like that.
Yeah, and you give them some momentum, and like they.
The map 5 we also didn't have a rep on it yet.
Yeah, that, and we did like scam too.
We were scamming and we didn't have match reps on it because we were so focused on trying to improve like Hassie control and stuff like that. We didn't really have the opportunity to play rewind S&D that in the matches online. And match reps always different. We learned a lot. Like we learned a lot from the match rep against Thieves, and they already had match reps on it, so they were just more comfortable than us. And I feel like that's why we were scamming a lot too. Like why we were giving away a lot.
And we still lost like what 6-4 or something. So that was actually really close. It just like our problem was like we went in the series like we were not down like 0-1 because we cannot win control. So
Yeah.
and against a team like this, like it's not, you cannot do
Your
that.
best control team.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure every team feels the way that.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like it was like
But you don't want to lose it that way.
yeah, I mean that was bad. Like we didn't want a single fucking
I
wrong,
was
bro.
gonna go into it like confident. We like, let's be so real. We knew we weren't beating them in control. Let's be so real.
So, well, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. After the phase winners round 1, I started getting some dope that like, oh, maybe it's time on land. Like we're gonna start winning on
You
control.
started believing. You started believing. You saw the
Yeah, it
light.
was a clean control though.
It was a clean one, but
All you need is one round.
No, and that was a different map. We played
we
fucking
played ball.
world, yeah. So that's a good map for them, and
If it would have been Hossie, I think we would have definitely like put it for way better.
yeah, be better. Like maybe not win, but at least like fire shoot back, you know.
Yeah.
I think
All we need is one, bro. The one is gonna get us clicking.
Exactly.
It's like the finals, bro. We gotta get one, bro. Like, you know?
Yeah, we need one, man.
so. Lose that match out in the fashion we did. Obviously tough again. Play Toronto.
I mean, we literally like scammed every like two winners final. That's when we not losing the tournament because it's never over, but like you are putting yourself in a bad spot. Like, yeah.
If we won one of those, or if we won either of those, it would have been a way like more comfortable.
Lost 6-5 against FaZe last map and 6-4 against Elective, like the one after, just like yeah.
Actually, both majors are kind of a replica. Like
Yeah, it's actually the same.
Really is.
Yeah, here we played almost.
And after we played Toronto, we beat them again 3-1, same situation.
Yeah.
Going grand final and get fucking twin again.
This time we ate. This time
We had
No.
each this time.
we had some nuggets.
Honestly,
The first two map was close. That's when
yeah, I feel like the only difference between Major 2 and Major 3, obviously we lost 4-0 on both. So like just looking at them,
but there is no defense. We still got you on.
we did, but like the phase one, I felt like we just got bodied.
Yeah.
Whereas the phase one, the first two maps, you could argue we could have easily won both of them.
That's when we fucked up. Like we needed to win these two first
Yeah,
map.
like we're scanning on the map and losing because of it, not like we just went in there and got shit.
Like again, we lost 250 to 240 something like that,
It was close, yeah, something like that.
and
Was it-
6-4.
We got P4 again to have a chance to come.
Yeah, 6-4, 6-5. Sorry.
Yeah, 6-5 only one.
After the control again, like you fucking cannot win a single control. So, you know.
Yeah, we're never going to win an event if we
And then
can't.
we had a
Yeah.
Skyline game 4 that we kind of like put in there to like.
I mean, yeah.
Any maps,
But,
if we had any
yeah,
map wins going into that map, it would have been.
yeah, it's a different map, but yeah, I think
Like again, it's hard to go in the series when you know like you're not gonna win a control. So you lose the first hard point, the first SND, so close.
And there's two controls in the
Yeah.
in grand finals.
So you cannot throw like the maps you should win. So
new learning stages. Like, how do we feel about? I mean, the stage is obviously way different there than normal.
yeah, this event was like, that
It was kind of dope killing because like the major 2 was
so insane that like when I mean the major 3 was okay, like it was nothing crazy, but like the difference was actually insane.
yeah.
Definitely felt like more old school.
Yeah, I don't know.
Major 2 felt more of like a movie.
Yeah, that's new school stuff.
For sure.
That's definitely.
Major 4 though.
We just didn't want to win the like.
We don't want to win.
We didn't want to win it.
I don't want to say it, but yeah, but yeah, you know.
Or we don't want to win the college campus.
Yeah, nah. Okay.
I got that, and I got that little basketball.
Now, otherwise, it was a good event.
No, the fans are still loud though and stuff.
Yeah, it's still,
Fans are great still.
you still feel the energy.
And we
I
did.
still enjoy playing there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's insane. Like it's insane.
I'll tip them on that. Their trophy was fire.
Oh, yes. I think that works from the host, bro.
The trophy was like the coolest one ever, right? Like for the second one.
And it fitted. It
They
fitted.
just said the surge, like,
I know. It did.
I think we should go fucking Rob Nate.
Yeah, I've been where the trophies are going to fit. You know that, man. All right,
You might have.
you know what it is, bro.
Bro, after we lost, we should have went up there.
It's like, dude,
Imagine you run your tackle over the legs. Oh, you're so funny. Just spear down off the stage.
All right, last thing we're going to talk about, the last week we had after the major. Obviously, there's a difference.
Fucking hell.
Feels not the best start to the stage you've had.
Let me start.
Lost a close one to FaZe, and then, let's be honest, got kind of booty slammed by the OG.
Could I start actually, please? Before like we start actually talking about it.
Shut up, you.
First off, I feel like I'm not trying to normalize it, but LA keeps his own too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like FaZe also, I'm pretty sure at another major they also like had a bad run online. Or wasn't it major 3?
Major 1 thing. Wait, they already started.
no.
It was major 2 or 3 after this one.
I mean, maybe
We're talking about when they went
It
three.
was major 2.
Well,
They had a bad stretch online for them.
Yeah, it was major 2 because we were their first game and they lost, and then they lost a couple games. I think.
Yeah, they bounced
Oh,
back.
no, maybe it was major 3 because we ended up playing in round 1.
Yeah.
They lost the first 2, right? Then they lost one.
yeah, they lost Miami and Toronto, I'm pretty sure, something like that.
Yeah.
No?
I think so.
what was that Miami one before? The Simplay.
Well, that was major 1, bro. That was fucking 10 years ago, but
No, it's not
They
bad.
had a major 1 as well.
But I'm just saying they started like that.
yeah, way the bad too.
0-3 or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like if let's say it's a different team that like they're struggling, like they're like 10th, they need to make a champs run, it would be different. I think losing 2 matches online would be really insane right now for them. But for us, we play second 3 times in a row, bro, and I feel like we're, obviously it sucked losing because me personally, I really wanted to beat Optic. Even the FaZe one was super winnable.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just adversity that like everybody has to go through, and I feel like we're gonna catch our stride again. We're gonna be right back where we left off.
And especially like since you joined the team, we didn't lose against like except like FaZe and LATs.
Yeah, Optic
Like
is the
ever online, like no matter what, like we played, we fucking
Yeah, the only loss we had apart from those 2 teams was the Toronto one with the RC cars. We just
yeah,
that was just a troll.
yeah that and
48, bro. I don't know.
that didn't count.
we beat them like 1 week after, so like online. So
Yeah, we beat them 3 times.
so it's like we never lose like against like a team you know what I mean,
We
like
feel like we should.
yes,
Yeah.
that was the only time like when we literally like
I will say, after the major, we played a match 3 days later after my travel there, which is insane.
no, that's something like
And for
crazy
us,
too.
we obviously made it till the end of the major because we played in the final. We had the longest travel day of everyone, which is like, I think it was like 12 and a half hours. Well, okay, anyway, we got back Monday 9 p.m. And so most teams would have got back Sunday or early hours of Monday, took Monday off, had a day off, whatever, right? We got back late Monday, and then Tuesday we scrimmed when we should have took, this is like our fault, we should have took a day off to reset. We're doing VOD late night every day, lead up to the match, so it's kind of like straight out of the major, straight into it, like there was no like regaining.
Yeah, no break, like no
like,
reset.
stressing from the event or anything. And I also got shit on bad. I got shit on bad.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I don't know, like one day you shoot back and the day after like you look like a
Yeah,
fucking
also
moron.
adjusting from playing online to back to online,
Yeah,
especially in
it's
Vancouver.
not helping for sure.
Doesn't help. So, and normally like when you come from an event, you have like a week or 2 of scrims and you kind of like adjust back to it because the game does play different online to that. Like it's a lot, how you take the gunfights is different and how the game feels is different.
I mean, that match against Optic felt it didn't even feel real.
Yeah,
the way they were
yeah,
like,
it was
I'm
insane.
not gonna lie.
But like, yeah, we just didn't get the adjustment period that we normally do. That's not an excuse, obviously.
No, that's on us. That is just on us. But
All these factors are a thing, is basically what I'm trying to say.
So I feel like learning experience.
We also didn't play as
Because-
a team. Like, really, in the matches, that much. We
Wait, what'd you say?
Like, the reason why we're good is because we play with a lot of teamwork, and I felt like this weekend we just didn't. And that's like to do with like stuff like outside the game and in that we already discussed. So.
yeah, it's some
And
stuff
regardless,
behind the
it just
scene.
shows that that's if we ever play like that again, we're not gonna win. Like that's not our winning condition.
Yeah, we all know that.
And I feel like you know, we probably knew that before, but like
We felt it for real.
it felt for real. Like holy
think
shit,
yeah.
we cannot buy a kill if we
Yeah, it's
if
like
got this.
we lost against us, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
so it was not like, you
I
know.
think it was a good thing that happened now. Like before we get into like the last stretch of like the big tournaments of the year, like
Nice little humble.
Yeah.
4 champs and UWC. Like I feel like this was like the only chance we were going to get to have a learning experience like this, where it doesn't really hurt us. Basically, because like Trav said, these online games, like those two, they don't really matter to us. Like not really. And if we still win,
You just for the brackets.
Yeah, it's just
That's it.
like in the long run, it doesn't really matter. So like I would rather take that and it improve us going forward than like win them 2 games and then we have like a slip up.
Yeah.
A champs wins round 1 or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the 3rd episode of the Tide Pod. Us and the team, thank you for all your support. Last 2 majors have been great. Hopefully we can come back major 4 and have a step it up a little. Just go on the top of the pedestal this time. Go on the top of the podium. But yeah, looking forward to the end of the season and seeing you guys again next. There you go.